So, this morning, a lot of head coaching changes so far.
Fired. You're fired.
Coaches and GMs.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Fired. Yep. So it's time to
Imagine just
figure
being
out.
able to leave in peace like Kevin Colbert after this rookie draft.
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, it's sad. But anyways, okay. At
First-
least, on the hot seat, at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We don't
that's
got to worry
true.
about that.
So, first one was the Broncos head coach, right?
Vic Fangio.
Fangio. Gone.
He gone.
Fangio, go find a new job. 'Cause you're out of Denver.
Oh!
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't.
one.
Yeah, they had an okay season. I mean, but
Oh, listen, they started off really hot and then just
yeah, they played
Cooled
bad
down.
teams and then played good
cooled
teams.
down.
And
And
then-
at the end of the season, obviously, they're not even in the playoffs. They're what? Third? They're fourth in the division, aren't they? They came in last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, and again, at one point, they were number one. So
Everybody was number one in that division at one point, which is
I
crazy.
know. But I mean, I kind of seen this one coming. I don't know. See what they do. They don't know what they're doing at the quarterback position either.
Right,
I'm
I feel
sure
like
they're
that's-
going to try to look for somebody.
That's kind of where I feel like it came down to, just missing on getting quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been the frustration of the Denver Broncos for
Yeah.
a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, they traded for him.
Mhm.
I forget what they gave up. Was it a second-round pick or something?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
know.
But I
I
mean,
don't know.
I mean, I don't know if they couldn't see that, but do you really think bringing in Teddy Bridgewater is an answer to win a Super Bowl? That's really what he's not a bad
No.
quarterback by
Yeah.
any means, but
Yeah.
I feel like
Not a
something
good
like that.
quarterback.
He's an okay
He's a good
quarterback.
bad one.
He's a good bad quarterback.
So I guess you could call him good.
I'd say he's like an okay quarterback, but not somebody that's going to
average.
carry your team.
Yeah. And again, the goal for every one of these teams should be win a Super Bowl. And is he going to win you a Super Bowl? And that answer is no. And
Yeah.
he just wasn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of seen that one coming. Did their GM get fired also or no? No.
Mm-mm.
That's
No.
what's his
No.
name?
It was
So-
Bears and
It was
Vikings, I think.
Bears.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll go within the organization to get somebody, or if they'll. I mean, because there's obviously a list of guys right now that are getting ready. Because there's a lot of teams this year. I
Oh,
feel
I
like
know.
this is more than normal.
I agree. I think it is too. I said that before we started. I was
Yeah.
like, man, normally I feel like there's only like 2 or 3 coaches that get fired, but it seems like there's 5 or 6
There's
open
a lot
spots
that's
as
on
of
the
right
hot
now.
seat. A lot that
Mhm.
are on the hot
Yeah.
seat.
The biggest thing I would want to say is for the Broncos, in order to get one of the top tier coaches, if you can talk like Aaron Rodgers for whatever reason to come in, if you can get a good quarterback to come in,
Russell Wilson was talking about how Denver was one of the locations that he would go to.
yeah,
So, I mean, if you could bring in Russell Wilson again, that's really going to help. Obviously, any
Right.
coach that's in there.
Mhm.
So,
any coach would want to go there. That would almost
Yeah.
make that a hot spot if
Yeah.
you got a good quarterback like that to go there.
yeah. And
So
they
that's
don't
one
have
thing
the
they could
worst
have
team.
go for him.
They have
Right? They
Jerry
don't.
Jeudy, which
Yeah.
didn't do
So-
great this season, but he's decent.
Yeah.
They're
And
Different
decent.
Devontae
coach that
Williams.
got fired. I think has the best chance to get a new head coaching job was the Dolphins head coach.
Brian Flores.
Yeah.
Flores. Yeah.
Because I seen Deshaun Watson, they said that he was the main reason why he wanted to come to Miami.
Brian Flores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see it.
So if he goes to a head coaching job somewhere else, or Deshaun Watson be like, okay, now I want to go there.
Here's the
Panthers.
thing.
And he didn't even have a bad season.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm assuming he was an offensive coordinator beforehand, but I could see him being somebody's offensive coordinator first. Again,
Maybe.
I could see that. Which again, it seems like that.
Who,
would be
Flores?
Huh?
Flores?
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to get a head coaching job immediately.
He had a
so.
good season.
I really feel like
he
he's
won
gonna
8 of the
get a-
last 9.
Right? It
Why
kind
did
yeah.
they fire him?
I don't know.
So
yeah,
in
it is weird.
his
That's what I don't know.
his 3 years he was just under 500. I think it was 28
Yeah.
and 29
Yeah.
record. I mean, it wasn't anything to really ride home about.
Did they make it to the playoffs at all? No, I don't think so. In the past, 3
Definitely not
years.
last year. No.
No,
No.
they didn't. So I can understand the frustration from the organization.
Yep.
There was also rumors that, I mean, these are like pretty far out there, that they wanted to do that to get ready for Harbaugh to come in, Jim Harbaugh to come in. So, but I mean, those are just
Wow.
rumors and speculations. Could it
Yeah.
happen? Maybe. Would
I
Jim
mean,
Harbaugh
they
want to do?
have-
That's a pretty good team to go
Listen,
to.
They have a college-like team, so I mean, like I feel like they kind of play like a college team plays. So I
Yeah.
mean,
They're
I
young.
could see it.
yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
Then we got to talk about the Vikings head coach,
Mike Zimmerman.
Mike
Hey,
Zimmerman,
it's
about
It's about time.
and Rick Spielman.
Yeah,
Is that
The,
GM?
GM, yeah.
That's I didn't think because of how long they kept him and because they didn't have the worst season ever. I thought I don't think they're going to do it again, but I guess they were just like, oh, it's time to rip off the Band-Aid and ripped it off.
His post-game conference was funny because somebody asked him, was like, do you think this is your last game here? And he was like, I don't know. He was like, do you think you're going to be fired tomorrow? Like, it was just funny.
I think that means he knew it was going to happen.
It was funny.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a good run for him, I guess. I mean, just to be with an organization for that amount of time is pretty impressive.
But nothing to show for it, you know?
Yeah, nothing to show for it, which is a shame. But, I mean, we were kind of talking about this one happening for quite
the beginning
a while.
of the season.
Yeah, honestly, since the beginning of the season.
What do we see him doing now? Is he just going to leave? He's
Gardner.
just going to kind of fade into the
Gardner.
darkness. He has his money. He doesn't need to do anything else.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of guys like
yeah,
to
like
stick
if he
in and,
wanted
like,
to still coach, I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. But do
like
we think he's
coordinator
going to?
maybe, you
'Cause I
know.
was saying,
Yeah,
he's not gonna be a
he
coach.
could get a job still.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
mean,
gonna be a head coach.
we don't know in the mind into Mike Zimmer whether or not he actually like still wants to do anything. He's not the youngest coach by any means, you know what I mean?
That's
so
what I'm saying. I could see
Start a
him
nice
being
garden.
a coordinator somewhere.
Oh,
but
yeah. Without a doubt.
And then we got to talk about the Bears.
The Bears.
Matt Nagy.
I saw a TikTok.
And
Bears
they're
fans were saying "F you, Matt Nagy" as he was walking out of the
They
stadium.
cussed him out of his last
Yeah,
ever game.
that's terrible.
And Ryan Pace.
Dang.
yeah.
What do you ever do to you guys besides have a bunch of terrible seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is another one that
Yeah.
was predicted from the beginning.
And something else before we get into any other coaches that might be on the hot seat. The Giants GM apparently has told people that he
Yeah, I
plans
saw that.
to retire,
Yeah.
to step down. So who knows if there's going to be any changes there? I don't
So
know.
Joe Judge has actually just confirmed that they're keeping him in New York.
Oh, really?
They are keeping him for at least one more season.
Okay. All right. So I guess the new GM's going to give it a year. Give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
The Giants were awful at the
Yeah.
end of the year. They
Yeah.
might have been like the worst looking team, and obviously that's after Daniel Jones went out with an injury
Yeah.
for the rest of the
QB
season. but
sneak on 3rd and 9 was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
man.
Nobody
that was
expected that.
That was something else.
awesome. But yeah, so Joe Judge is still going to be here. Who else?
What's
So
did Mike Glennon play? I don't even know.
Mike
Jake
Glennon.
Fromm did the QB
Jake Fromm.
sneak, but
You
I don't
think
know if they
Jake
swapped
Fromm
it or
got
not.
that call and he's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
'Cause at first I thought it was like a
Honestly.
shotgun like QB run, but no, they set it up as if it was like 3rd and inches,
Yeah.
and they
Push forward.
yeah.
yeah. So the Jacksonville Jaguars, obviously with Urban Meyer gone.
Yeah.
So Byron Leftwich seems like the guy that's going to go there to be a head coach.
He played there.
So he played there. He was
Yeah.
pretty good there. I mean, they were making the playoffs whenever he was there.
Beat the Steelers, yeah.
Yeah. He kind of had the rivalry with the Steelers a little bit. I feel like they were always a threat with Byron Leftwich.
I'm very
there.
curious to see how he does. 'Cause
Right.
again, he's been doing well as a coordinator, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
don't
so
know.
I mean that makes a lot of sense to me that he'd be in there as a head coach because he's definitely going to get a
It's
job
just so
somewhere probably
risky
this year.
because you just don't know how it's going to transition. Like, you really don't. Like, you can
Right.
obviously be a good coordinator on a good team, and then you go to a head coaching job in a bad team,
Right.
and it doesn't always transition well.
No,
So, and
yeah, I
again,
know.
like,
yeah,
it's
and then it's
very-
like once you get fired from a head coaching job, and like
Yeah.
we're seeing it now. I mean, head coaches can drop and fall off within a year or two.
Yeah.
Immediately,
Oh,
now you're out of a job just like that. Whenever you thought that you're secure, like being able to control an
It
entire
almost
team.
makes me want to give it a try, dude. And
Right.
maybe, hey, someone will give you a shot. You'll be in there for a year, make
Right.
a couple million, and you'll
Yeah.
be out.
Because if he stays as a coordinator, he could stay as a coordinator for the rest of his life
Yeah.
if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Like truthfully, he really could.
Honestly, yeah.
So I mean, I can
Yeah.
see how it is a risk, but I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like all these guys' end goal is to be a head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they have an opportunity with any team,
Yeah.
for the most part, unless if they're super high caliber and like would have their choice, I
It's
feel like they
if
would
you're
go
working
for
in
it.
any store, their goal is to get to the management position. The head coach is the management position of any of these
Mhm.
teams. So it's like, that's what you're kind of striving for, really. Yeah.
Matt Rule, do we have any rule on him? Just made that up on the spot.
No,
That was-
not
that was
yet.
Pretty great.
Not
That was
yet.
pretty
I don't
great.
know.
No, he's gonna stay with the Panthers for.
Don't
one
ever
more
make a joke like that again.
Sorry.
He'll be there next
So, like,
year, I think.
Like, do you want Matt Rule there in Carolina?
I just want you to not talk about him.
Okay, my bad.
season. This is kind of perfect.
But sometimes it's okay to get booed, though.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what
what
he
I?
said.
You know what I thought after he said that?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Is it okay to get booed every single week?
Yeah, like oh, they screwed the pooch on that one, dude. They signed him for so much
7 years,
money,
62
dude.
million.
yeah,
Yeah, whenever you do that, you got to give him a chance at more than just a season, you know?
yeah,
What
exactly.
did
Yeah.
they see in him that really like?
And then, but imagine we give him like 2-3 more shots, and then just they don't
Because he was
work.
was he a Baylor before?
I don't
I,
know.
just, I actually don't know, to be completely
They
honest with you.
liked him a lot because Joe Judge was going to go there.
Yeah.
And then that's why they had to pay Matt Rule so much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are there any other teams? I'm trying to just think like off the top of my head.
Ravens finished last in the division this year.
Nice.
Did they
You really think that they would ever consider letting John Harbaugh go?
I think it's unlikely, but it could be talked
Yeah,
about.
I feel like that's one of the most secure jobs that you could have. That's
Yeah.
almost like a Pittsburgh
And
Steelers coach.
Last in the
think-
division this year.
I think Lamar going down really.
But
kinda
even
helped
he
the
hasn't.
situation.
They haven't
That's an
even
easy
done.
scapegoat.
They haven't
is.
even done that good with
It is.
Lamar.
They went
Yeah.
on that winning streak in the beginning of the season. Then they kind of slowly started to lose some games. Then Lamar got hurt and they lost.
All of them.
all
I know it's last in the division. It's a pretty tough division, and it's not like they haven't had an awful season.
Yeah.
You know, so I would be mind blown if that happened. Truthfully,
That would be the biggest shocker for
Like
me.
I feel like
Fired.
John Harbaugh is going to go when he wants to go.
Yeah.
I could see that too, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying they've had some bad seasons, not
Yep.
doing
Yeah.
too
So-
hot.
Let's just talk about quickly the coaches that could potentially fill some of these roles. So you said
Byron Leftwich,
Byron Leftwich,
too,
yeah.
Jaguars.
which that's again a good pick. I think that's going to go. Eric Bieniemy is another one that's always talked about. I don't know if he's going to be trying to go for some of these jobs.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien, believe it or not,
Bill
is
O'Brien's name's been
someone
thrown out there for a while.
Nope.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
that's coming out here. He's getting interviewed. He has an interview with the Jags, so that's a potential higher candidate that people are going to be looking at. I don't know if that's a good idea.
So apparently, like I've heard
Here's
from
the
a lot.
thing. Bill O'Brien didn't have a GM. He was
Yeah.
kind of his own GM. So maybe if he goes somewhere with a GM, it's going to be a
Yeah.
little bit better for him.
This Bill O'Brien's like the coach or guy that people have the most mixed opinions about, because I've actually heard really good things about Bill O'Brien, and then on the other hand, I mean, mostly in the public's eye, he's the worst ever.
And right now, I believe he's at Bama. I think he's some sort of coordinator at Bama, which again, that's an amazing school. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much the
yeah.
best
I wouldn't
college
be
you can
overly
at.
surprised if he.
Yeah. People are saying Matt Eberfluss, the Colts
I
defensive
actually-
coordinator.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I mean, Colts defense was good this year. Would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like the trend. Whenever
This is when I forgot about
Yeah,
Joe
that's why
Lombardi.
we got the
right,
Arthur Smith because the
Right.
Titans.
yeah,
offense
like
coordinator.
offensively or defensively, if a team is solid for like multiple
yeah.
years,
Yeah.
that's whenever that head coach really gets recognized.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're saying Joe Lombardi. That'd be cool. He's the offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
could see that.
And Brian Leftwich we talked about.
Yep.
Brian DeBall, the offensive
Brian
coordinator
DeBall,
for
yeah.
the Bills.
Yeah.
Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator for the Giants. It's an interesting one. I don't know. They saw.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a couple of these guys. that
Kevin
I don't-
O'Connell, who's the offensive coordinator for the Rams. Greg Roman, offensive coordinator for the Ravens.
He's been with the Rams for forever.
Greg
I remember
Roman's an
watching-
interesting name.
Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Kellen Moore is. I feel like he's going to be a hot commodity.
Wonder if Dan
Young
Quinn-
guy, Dan Quinn.
Wonder if he's going to try to. I don't.
I feel
think
like I
he's
have
happy
heard
with
his
where he's
name.
at.
I feel like I have heard his name thrown
Hey,
into the mix a
He
little
did
bit.
really well with the Cowboys defense this year. So I mean,
He did.
I could see him trying to get back into the head coaching, but again, he's more of a defensive guy. So I could see him even being satisfied and happy in that position.
Right. A lot of times, what happens is like a team that has. They bring in an offensive coordinator as a coach, and it doesn't work out. The next time they bring in defense, so like a lot of teams just switch back and forth, so they can kind of balance out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So if it's a fit for a team like that, I mean, I don't think it's the most crazy thing.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, you're out of your mind.
He's
I don't
out of
think
he
Peyton
has he's
Manning.
out of his own mind. It's huge.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty satisfied with what he's doing right now. He's making I
Cursing
think,
people.
more money now doing this.
And, you know,
Yeah,
Chargers head coach, he might
actually.
get fired. Who knows?
Bring in Phillip Rivers.
Jim, what was it?
I
Jim
wanna see
Gruden.
Philip Rivers get a coaching job.
Jim,
What's it?
Jay Gruden.
Jay
Yeah,
Gruden,
good-
sorry,
good-
Jim.
good-
Oh, yeah.
yeah, good shot.
Oh yeah,
good
Jay
shout.
Gruden. Yeah, that's a
Jay
good call.
Gruden's someone that we
Actually.
forgot about.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
for sure.
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
who is the Chargers head coach? I can't think of his name for whatever
Starts
reason.
with a B.
Chancey Billups.
Chauncey Billups.
He's a younger guy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Brian Simon. I don't know. I forget.
Sorry, whatever.
Brandon. Who
Whatever.
cares?
He made some questionable calls at the end of the
Yeah.
year, and a lot of the fans are fed up and disgusted.
How
I
long has
would
he
be
been with
Called a
too.
the
timeout.
He hasn't been with the
They called
team that
timeout,
long,
like,
right?
Not too long now.
Is it
That
2
timeout
years?
cost him.
Yeah. So I mean, his name's even on the block right now.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Here's a name that I want to talk about quickly is the Raiders' new interim head coach. He got him to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, so you definitely
And
have to
that was
consider.
a huge victory right there over the Chargers.
Yeah.
I would say give him a shot.
Dude, they should bring
So-
in Jay Gruden. Redemption.
I don't think that last name could be in that organization.
Gruden back in Vegas.
That's a great headline. I mean, come on
Yeah,
now. If they're looking to
honestly.
make money, you do that.
That's a
That's right.
Vegas thing to do right there.
Oh,
man.
no doubt.
That's
no
a
doubt.
Vegas thing to do.
God.
Let us know who you think is going to be the next big head coach that comes out of here. If these are any of your favorite teams, let us know who you think is going to fill that spot, because I kind of want to know. Maybe there's some people that we're missing. Obviously,
Right.
we don't know all the candidates out
Right.
there.
I mean,
or
it's
anything like that.
incredibly early right
Yeah.
now. I mean, coaches are just starting to get fired.
Yeah.
I mean, there still could be some coaches that end up losing their jobs that we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know of right now. So, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a crazy off season, and it starts right now for 18 teams.
Yeah.
18 teams.
Yeah.
Not the Steelers though. Yet. Not yet, boys. Not yet. Or ever. We're just go straight to the Super Bowl into the next season. No longer. Anyways, boys, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and check out some other stuff on the channel. We'll see you all in the next one. We out.